So this video is going to show you guys probably the hardest thing that I have ever had to go through when it came to this Miata series. Electrical issues on any car can become a very deep rabbit hole. At the end of the day, I do feel like I learned a lot from this process, and that also tells you guys not to give up on your project if you run into issues similar to this. You may just be learning more things that can solve problems later down the line, even if it's not the solution for this problem right now. Stay positive when it comes to your projects, and let's start the story of the hardest time I've ever had with a Miata problem.
Okay, so we went ahead and cleaned out the Miata, vacuumed all of the glass out, and it's pretty clean. No more glass all over here. Next step is the bumper. So we have, this is the old bumper, this is the red Miata's bumper, and they actually, I kind of think they must have cut this out because it's definitely not stock, obviously, and the way it looks over there is different than over here, and they have this rubber seal. So I'm assuming they probably cut this out themselves. And I kind of want to use this one, so I'm going to try to see if I can keep it. I think this bash bar, I'm going to try to see if I can transition over to that one. And it's all in together. Just a heads up, the longer ones go on the bottom. I didn't realize there's different sizes, and also the 91 has a lot more holes than the 97. So just put it in kind of wherever I should, but this is ready to get installed now. Also got the lights in. Okay, so the bumper is in. I do recommend one of these guys as it makes it a lot easier. So you can barely fit a ratchet in there. But as you can see, we sent this plug through this little hole here, and that guy just plugs into this, just like that, which is also the harness used for the taillights. So I went to my engine harness, and I was able to get both of my taillight, brackets. So those actually click into here. So I plugged these guys in. We're gonna do some tests for the lights to make sure everything works. So let's see. Okay, so we definitely do have some power going on. As you can see though, the turn signals are just solid. We're trying to figure out why. I'm gonna do some investigating and get back to you guys when I know. Okay, so we're having an issue with the pop-up lights. This is the pop-up light. It's getting stuck, so what we gotta do is unbolt this. We're gonna try adjusting it and see if we can fix it. We've been at it for a little while now, so I'll let you guys know if we fix it and how we did it. Okay, so after a very long time of figuring stuff out, we were able to get the headlights working. Ta-da! Turns out that the motor that we had in the Miata currently was the wrong one, so what we did is we ended up coming back and replacing the motor with the other one. If you see here, the number has 60 at the end, and this one here has, it's a little hard to see, it has 50, so 5060. The one that we just installed has 62 and 52. So the other thing that we noticed too is going into the motor here, we have a blue wire. On the new ones, there's a blue and a white wire. So whatever it was, it's now fixed, thankfully. Took a long time, but it is done. The lights are working at the front. We're gonna continue trying to figure out what lights aren't and are working, because I still have, right now my right turn signal is just stuck on. So we're gonna look into that some more. Slowly getting there, slowly getting there. Oh, look. Oh, well that one's not working, that's good to know, but this one is. What is up, everybody? We are back working on the Miata. So where we left off last time was we were trying to fix the lighting issue. The problem that we're having is, for some reason, the lighting is all screwed up, and we've had this issue on the 91 Miata. The bulb was the wrong bulb, so I'm hoping that is the problem here. I bought all brand new bulbs today to make sure everything is the right bulb. We're gonna replace them, and we're gonna hopefully see if that fixes it. But if it's not that, then I'm worried it could be a actual electrical issue, which I hope it is not. But there's only one way to find out. Start cheap and go up from there. As you can see, we bought a couple bulbs. We didn't get everything that we needed, unfortunately. We went to 3 different stores and could not find them all. And what I'll do is I'll include a link to a website that basically is telling me what bulbs are required for the entire car down in the description, so if you want to check it out. So unfortunately, the light bulbs did not work. I've been at this for almost 2 hours already, Trying to figure out what the problem is. So I took the flash relay out. I have an extra flash relay. They're slightly different from each other. Colors of the cases were different. Actually inspecting the flash relay themselves, they seem to be about the same. Now there is one difference between the two is, see R11 there? On this one, R11 is missing. I don't know if that is the problem or not, but both don't work, so I doubt it is. I was searching up that soldering can be an issue. There's a little bit of black stuff going on there, as well as if you see this solder here, there's a little bit of black on it. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix this or if this is even the problem. Okay, now again, I've never done this before. I'm gonna try resoldering a lot of the joints here. I want to get more light. Let me get more light. I'm gonna try to just heat up all of them, but I might put a little bit more solder in the corner here where the black stuff is, so I guess we'll just try to do this. I've never used a soldering gun before. I don't know if I should be pulling, like, I don't even know. Okay, so it looks like it's getting hot. I don't know if that's working. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. I think you just go like this, right? Oh, that kind of worked. I think. That did something. It's a little black. I don't know if that's good or not. Let me start small. I'm gonna start, not small, but where I think the problem could be. I'm gonna try to add some to this one. I think I added that. Stuff's happening. Okay, so I kind of soldered what I thought needs to get soldered. I don't know, but let's test this for now. Relay is in. It's not in the case, it's just loose in there though. Key in the ignition. What do we got? Light's still on here. One bulb in the back. One bulb in the front. Let's see, right turn signal. Nope. Everything's still kind of. Oh boy. Alright guys, we are back. Nothing's changed. Still trying to fix the issue. It's now 3 o'clock. We started at 10:30. Oh, this is not going as I planned. I made a forum post because I kind of got to that point. I've been trying a bunch of different things. I noticed that the connector here, if I put my multimeter there, this one here was running 12 volts. So I think somehow that's being powered. So I'm gonna try to keep looking into this while I wait for people to respond to the forum post. Lads, it is 11 p.m. at night. I've been at this since 10:30 in the morning. Over 12 hours now. I might have figured it out. I just like stopped doing what I was doing right away. I've been like messing with this. I have a whole document of where I've been testing the frickin'. I've been testing. I got a test light. We've been going off trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. I took the entire switch off. I was messing around down there, but I think I might have figured it out. Oh, maybe not actually. Okay, well let's hold on. Okay, so what I did, I was messing with the daylight running module. I had two because obviously the old Miata had one. When I put it in, everything was kind of working okay, but the right bulb never worked at the front and there were still some issues on the back. Doing some research and I figured out, apparently you don't need this. And I think the Canadian ones have some issue with it where it goes wrong. I don't know. Anyways, when I read out that you don't need it, I was like, let me go try to turn on the car. Well, I turned on the light, car off, car on, right, left. Oh my God, who's calling me? We are back. Lights are on, right? Not sure why this one's still on. That's still a mystery, but let's test this. Left turn signal. We got a flicker. Left turn signal in the back. It's fast, but that's okay. Nothing happening at the front. That's okay. We can figure that out. Right turn signal. Right turn signal is going. Marker light is not. Right turn signal is not going. That's okay. Let's see. Come on. Let's try 4 ways. And the dash lights are happening. I think that I know why, but okay. That's good. Night light's on. Okay, that one's low, which has been a problem, but that light's on now. Marker light's on. That's good. Marker light is on. That's on. That's good. That shouldn't be slightly lit, but that's fine. We'll figure that out. This marker light's never been on, so still not happening. Right turn signal. That is good. That's what I like to see. Nothing happening at the front. Okay. Still no flashy at the front, but we got the flashy at the back. This is much better. We're getting somewhere. What is up, everybody? We're back once again on Miata. It's the next day. As you can tell, it's bright outside. I was here till 12:30 last night. I tried to work on the lights and no luck. Thought the module might be the problem, but once I'm plugging it, a lot of stuff fixed. The problem is with Canadian cars, I'm pretty sure you have to have that, or you could do a bypass that shorts it, but I mean, I'm gonna probably need it anyways, so I'm trying to figure out if it might be the module that's broken or something else. But what I'm doing today right now is testing ground and stuff, so I went ahead and wired up my test light to my positive battery terminal, brought the test light to the front here. These lights are running as they should be. That light's running as it should be. The actual pop-up headlights are running as they should be. Now, unfortunately, this guy here should be running. Not this guy, sorry, this one. And if I plug into a bulb, nothing happens. Now, the bulb's good because I could test it on the other one and it worked. I took my test light here and I went ahead and touched the connectors. Nothing there. We got power there, and that's about it, right? Like, you see how if I move it around, it kind of flashes? It's because it's really corroded in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to clean up these connectors and see if maybe that could fix it, because I know sometimes corrosion can screw up the entire circuit. So I'm gonna go around, test all the lights, clean up the corrosion, and see if that fixes it. I just used a flathead screwdriver to scrape off the big stuff and then wrap some sandpaper around it. It was a bit of a pain in the butt, but I got it. If we take the light socket here and we plug in the light, ta-da! We have light. All right, guys, so we're still at it. So it's 4 o'clock now. Just connected the battery. Do I know why these lights are on? Not exactly. Pretty much, I was going around checking grounds. Here's one that we did. Sand it down, put it on. I was using a multimeter, extending the power lead to the battery. So we also did this ground here. We did that guy there. 2 grounds under the dash. There's one on the left here, right at the front of the dashboard. Literally right at the very bottom of the dashboard, just above. And then there was one way up in the top, which we did as well. And then we came to this guy here. Because when I did it on the other ones, they said it was okay. So I was like, whatever, I'll still sand it anyways. But this one was giving me a bad reading. Today might be the day. Because this ground here is apparently for the flash relay, according to the wiring diagram. We have our multimeter here. We have the extension on the power lead, so the power's going. We're gonna go to 20 volts. I already checked the battery voltage, which I believe was like 12.26. So what we're looking for is 12.26 here, and that means it's good. 1.93, so it's still bad. It's still bad. There's still something about this ground. I mean, I'll check to see if the lights are working. For some reason, the ones on the back are on. Nothing on at the front. Okay. Oh, I am melting. Oh no. Oh God. Now I was just melting this. Did it melt through? It did, but it didn't melt the wires. I'm concerned if it's getting too hot too quick. Definitely heating up. It's also a little wobbly in there. Alright, let's leave that guy out for now. These are the brake light. Oh, the brake booster. So on the brake booster, I had to pull it out a little bit. So I loosened it up just so I can get to the bolt easier. And because I was pulling it out, it was activating the brake lights. So now that's fixed. I pushed it back in. We're good to go. We'll address the loosey-goosey / hot later. Oh my God, I'm having a struggle. Let's go ahead and get the key. Where the heck is the key? Where did I put the key? All right, now let me find the key. Found the key. It was under the multimeter. Okay. Turn signal is still on. Okay. Right turn signal is not working at all, nor the front. How about left? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do some more tests. Okay, so we are back. More grounds were re-sanded, re-grounded. It's gonna be hard to see, but there's one right there. You can kind of see it. We did that guy there. Also gonna be hard to see, but it's basically right there on the flat wall. We did that over here under the dashboard, right at the corner, as well as, you can kind of see it right there. We also did that one. Haven't tried doing the car yet, but one thing I wanted to check real quick was the fuse. And lo and behold, the hazard fuse, which is a 15 amp, powers the flasher, was blown. It's kind of hard to see from that side. There you go. I must have popped the fuse when I was doing the ground. I think I disconnected the first ground I did before I disconnected the battery, which was my mistake. If we put the fuse in and it pops again, then we know we have another problem we have to look into. But if not, maybe it works. Well, I can already see the left turn signals on. So let's see. Okay, well, we got the flashy going on. We got the flashy going on back here. Oh, this is a new problem. That's great. All the bulbs flashing back here. Other daytime running light module is in. So it doesn't seem to be the module. We are back working on the Miata, but I think I figured something out here. I'm looking for short circuits right now because we did all the grounds and that didn't fix it. So I'm gonna connect my extension wire here to a ground. I just know that ground works, so I'm going there. Black lead and connect it to my extension. So this here is the plug for the light bulb, and I looked at a wiring diagram here, and I know it's the green and orange wire that runs the power for this guy, because that connects to the daytime running light module. Left turn signal connects to the daytime running light module, which then has this little dewy thing here. Sorry, no, so the way it gets its power is it's connected to the black and blue. The black and blue goes to the left turn, or left rear. The left rear goes to a black and blue, which goes to the cluster, and to the relay, the flash relay, which goes to the fuse. So we disconnected the fuse, which means there should be no power going to the flash relay, which means no power going to the turn signal light. Okay, pretty much if I take my multimeter here and we go to the continuity, which is this little guy right here, we take the red lead and we connect it to that green and orange wire. As you can see, if you go to this side and go to the green and orange wire, and as you can see we have 0. I think I have a short circuit. I don't know. So I'm still at this. I printed out all of the wiring diagrams for the Miata. One thing I did notice though is, well, one thing I did do was disconnect the dashboard. Took that guy out, took the frame, took the metal frame out so I could put it back in with the harness, connected everything up as if, you know, everything was actually being put back together for once. What I did notice though is when I plug in that dimmer switch that melted when I first started my car, it actually trips. It will blow the tail fuse. So I'm trying to look into that, see why, because I think that could be where all the problems are kind of coming from, is that switch there, which I should have thought about when it melted originally. I was just so hyper focused on the turn signals. I also got this tool, which can find, it's a short and open finder. It's got like this little guy, little detector thing that beeps. I got some more fuses. I got this heat shrink stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I've been at this all day, trying to figure it out, right? Trying to learn multimeters, searching up everything on the goddamn forums, right? Then I was like, you know what, let's go back to the basics. Let's start from the beginning. Plug my key in, close the door because it's gonna be annoying. So keys in. What's that you don't see on the dash, huh? Okay, well, you know what? Let's just put on the left turn signal here. Okay, night lights. Everything's working fine. Everything's working fine. What the f, man? I thought at the end of this I was gonna understand everything. It was all gonna make sense. You're telling me you're gonna do this to me where I've been spending days on trying to fix this and then all of a sudden it just fixes itself? After me removing the dash, taking the frame off the dash, pulling apart the car 15 times over, like, I don't know if it's still gonna pop the fuse when I put the dimmer switch in. We'll find out. Here's the dimmer. So we could put that dimmer switch in. Dimmer switch is in. Close the door because it's gonna get real annoying. Key to the on position. Night lights now work on the dash. It's not getting hot. Okay, the dim is not adjusting. Now let's see if we turn the left turn signal on. Bro, is this gonna heat up? You have got to be kidding me, bro. You're telling me, I mean, the dimmer isn't actually working, which is something I'll have to look into, but like, it's like, what dirt, man. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm also pissed. Because I have no clue what was wrong. Like, I was starting to take apart full wiring harnesses, man. The only thing that's changed, which I did test, by the way, is I plugged the center console in, which I unplugged and didn't make a difference. I don't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure I had this plugged in too, which again, I unplugged, didn't make a difference. Now, the only thing that could make sense, well, two things, is the bundle of wires that were all like, I don't know what happened, I can't remember, but when I was putting the dashboard together, I taped them together. I untaped that, but didn't touch the wires, didn't even inspect the wires, so maybe something was rubbing, I don't know. And this ground cable, I can't mount it here anymore because I took the frame off, so I mounted it here. Maybe the ground was the problem the whole time? Because I can't put it here because this one's broken and it's stripped, so I ended up remounting it down here. Maybe this wasn't a good enough ground for some reason. I mean, that could honestly be it. It could be that I didn't have a good enough ground, because now looking at this, there's nut, and obviously the nut's what's probably taking the actual ground, where this one doesn't have a nut. It was into plastic, so it was just the head of the screw that was giving the ground. So I might try to see if I could tap this guy out and get that one back when I take the frame out. I don't know. I almost want to know if that was the reason, because I mean, that would be good to know. Hey, I installed the dash wrong. I almost want to know what the problem was, so then I feel like I'm not just sitting here wondering this entire time if it's just going to come back. Okay, well, I'm going to bed.